So I mentioned in one of my recent videos that I got a part-time gig. And a lot of you guys are asking me what it is. It's hard to explain in the comments section, so I figured let me show you what it is. So you see, when the Don was in the White House, things were great. Guys like me, us blue-collar guys, never had it better. And then when the Biden crime family had the hostile takeover, and I actually made a video predicting what would happen. It's called the Biden crime family. And YouTube, the gangsters at YouTube, they demonetized me for quite a few months. They were trying to send me a message, you see? But I didn't listen. I kept talking. I kept talking the truth. But, like I said, when the Don was running things were great for guys like me. But now, you know, the Biden crime family, they're trying to crush guys like me and you. You know, they think of us as deplorables. And they don't want to give us a break. They don't want to give us a break on our gas. They don't want to give us a break on our energy bills. They don't want to give us a break on our food. They're trying to kill us. So, you know, so I knew I needed a part-time gig just to ride this out till the Don gets back in charge, you know? And so, you know, I'd never been to college or nothing. So I knew how to crack a few jokes and I know how to crack a few heads. So I figured the perfect job for me would be a gangster over at Capone's. But you see, it's not what you think. It's not what you think. It's Al Capone's Dinner Theater in Kissimmee, Florida. They put on a show, but I'm not part of the show per se. But like everything else in Orlando, it has a theme. So the minute you walk through the doors, you enter 1920 and you enter a speakeasy. This was a time when our Protestant brothers and sisters thought it'd be a great idea to outlaw liquor. I would have loved to have been alive back then to ask them, where in the Bible does it say that? You know, Jesus' first miracle, he turned water into wine, but that's a whole nother video. So, I serve tables, I get to crack jokes, and if people get out of line, I get to crack heads. I mean, what more could a guy ask for? It's a couple nights a week on my nights off, you know, I do it. And it's fun, it's entertaining, and, you know, some of you might be thinking, well, why are you glorifying organized crime? Well, you know, there's an old saying. A saint is just a gangster who knows he's a gangster. Look at the apostles. They were all gangsters. Matthew was the biggest gangster out of them all, you know. And I even got I did a video, and I'll see if I can post it at the end. I even got a Christmas card from a genuine gangster, Sammy the Bull Gravano. You remember that video? If not, I'll post it. And I even told him, I said, Sammy, a saint is just a gangster who knows he's a gangster. And he repents, and he goes to confession, and he gets right with Christ. And then Jesus gives us the grace through the Eucharist and through the sacraments to follow his commands. So, please don't judge me that I got to be a gangster. It's just for a season, like I said, until the Don comes back. But I got to ask you guys for a favor. You see, every gangster has to have a gangster name. Now, I can't be a made man because I'm only half Italian. But my mother's side is Italian, and there's a lot of gangsters' names on that side. So first I wanted to go with Vito. They said no. Then I said Joey. They said no. Then I said Mario. They said no. So they're telling me no because someone already has the name. You have to have your own name in this joint. So, you know, my grandfather, he was Otto, and he was a painter. So my son says, why don't you call yourself Otto the Painter? But I said, you know, if you didn't grow up in Newark, New Jersey, you may not know what that means. You see, my grandfather was a real painter. He worked hard. You know, he painted houses for a living. But some gangsters were painters, if you know what I mean. They painted houses, you know, and it was usually red is what they painted them with. So I thought that'd be a pretty cool name, Otto the Painter, but a lot of guys ain't going to get it. So then I asked for the name Bullet. I thought Bullet would be a good name. Taken, Pockets, Taken, Knuckles, you know. These Knuckles, you know, broke a few jaws back in the day. So I figured that was appropriate. Knuckles. Knuckles was taken. So I need you guys to come up with a gangster name for me. I serve tables tomorrow night and the following night. So I need it by tomorrow night. So if you can think of a good gangster name for me, please put it down in the comments. Now, like I said, don't judge me because I'm a different kind of gangster. It's all about protection. That's all I do. It's protection. You know? That's why I protect the innocent lives. That's why I tell you guys, If you're buying or selling real estate, go to realestateforlife.org. Protect the lives of the unborn. Because if you don't, I'm going to find you and give you an offer you can't refuse. So, the Catholic Church, we believe in protecting the innocent. So, I'm in the protection business. And we also believe in unity. This channel, if you just stumbled across it, this channel is all about the new evangelization. We use Catholic apologetics. And being the gangster that I am, I only steal the best apologetics. I'll steal stuff from Trent Horn, Peter Kreeft, highfalutin guys like Dr. Scott Hahn, and guys like that are really super smart and educated. And then I look up the big words, and I just put it in the easy to understand language, that a blue collar guy will understand. Now you know my secret. So that's part of the show. The other part is defending against atheists that have left the faith. I'm trying to bring atheists back home. And I use Protestant guys like William Lane Craig, another PhD brainiac, that I steal his material, look up these big highfalutin words, and put them in words you and me use every day. That's all I do here. Real simple, blue collar Catholic. Now, occasionally, like every family, we have some disagreements. And the Catholic Church is all about unity. So every once in a while, we got to call out a brother or two. And I recently just did this. A lot of people got mad at me. It was my older brother. Actually, he's younger in age, much, much, much younger. But he's older in the Catholic faith, knows a lot more about the Catholic faith than myself. But he did something, I had to call him out. I had to say, Taylor, you're my older brother. I love you. But don't ever take sides against the family again. Ever. So it was simple. That's it. No big argument. I think he got the message. That's what we do. We just give messages. We don't always have to crack heads. We usually just got to crack jokes to get our point across, actually. But anyhows, that's what I do. Just a part-time gig, God is good. He's blessed me with the ability to do this, because most of these bums, they don't want to work. I literally went for this job, and I had the job before I sat down. I said, don't you want to know about my experience? He said, you showed up. You're the only guy that showed up for the job. Honest to goodness, this is not part of this. This is for real. Nobody showed up. So back in the day, this was a coveted job in Orlando that was hard to get in. But because the bums don't want to work today, gangsters like me can make a living. So God bless and stay Catholic.